how noble in reason, how infinite in faculty, in form and moving, how express and admirable, in action, how like an angel, in apprehension, how like a god. How noble in reason, how infinite in faculty, in form and moving, how express and admirable, in action, how like an angel, in apprehension, how like a god. What a piece of work is man. Men build, men destroy. We are in Italy, southern Italy, in the village of Sant'Ambrogio, early in the year 1946.
I was 8 years old. That's me, there. We had been gone a long time. I couldn't remember what Sant'Ambrogio had been like before.
Oi, Gino! Oi, Rocco!
We thought we were alone, but others had come before us. The Santinis were there, Uncle Rocco and Aunt Lucia, and Italo, who was my friend.
Come sta? Siete tornati pure voi?
Hai già visto?
Le altre case qualche muro è rimasto in piedi. Quella di Salvatore, gli mulini, che cosa si è salvato. Questa qua niente.
Non c'è rimasto sano, manca un matone.
There was no more house, only stones.
Non potevamo passare la notte allo scoperto.
Per gli piccirigli, per loro.
Come ti senti?
Ma mi sento meglio.
Si mangiate, G?
Sì, prima.
The Santinis had very little, but they gave food to us, who had really nothing.
E tesoro, ma...
Che zeppolo.
Grazie. Magnai? E non hai fame?
No, non mi sento. Chi sta il guai?
Coraggio.
My sister Tina, she didn't care one way or another.
Fammela questa creatura.
Che state a fare?
The men tried to think about what to do.
Forse è meglio di tutto a sentire prima quello che dice Don Mario.
There was no place to start. They decided to see the big men of the village.
Salve, figlioli. Come stai, Gino?
Buono, e voi? Qua pure voi tenete l'ucciere in capo.
Che volete? È tutta una rovina. Ringraziamo a Dio che sono rimasta all'inviata almeno le mura.
Don Mario was not better off than we were.
Facimmici coraggio.
Sì, avete ragione, non c'è altro da fare.
Arrivederci, figlioli, arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci, papà.
Don Giulio! Don Giulio!
Buongiorno.
Ci manda Don Mario, abbiamo bisogno del consiglio vostro.
Dite.
Bene, venite su.
The mayor had come back, but the town hall too was ruined.
Salve. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Come va? Non c'è male, voi?
Per noi, ma le femmine...
My father said without help we can do nothing.
Vi pare?
E che consigli?
The mayor said Sant'Ambrogio is not alone and help will come.
Avvisando a tutta la popolazione che venisse alla piazza per una
Chiama,
importante
figlio,
riunione
chiama a sentire.
dello
Chiama
Istituto
tutti quanti,
Rosa.
venite.
Avvisammo a tutta la popolazione.
Soon after that, There was a big meeting in the square.
Ed è per mezzo di questi aiuti che ci hanno promesso che noi speriamo di vedere presto ricostruito il nostro paese così duramente colpito.
The mayor explains about this United Nations. This thing, UNRWA. UNRWA will help us.
Questa organizzazione di aiuti internazionali, se possiamo sperare che tutto questo sia vero.
Papà, fammi vedere.
Allora cosa manderete?
Vi manderemo mattonate.
But the man who comes from UNRWA speaks little Italian, and the mayor has no English.
Si chiama concrete. Come si chiama?
Lo sai?
Come here!
But I speak English. I learned it from the soldiers, so I will translate.
Le cemento, dici che ci mandano molte camere di cemento.
Ah, allora mattoni, legname e cemento. Ma quando è che tutta questa roba arriverà qua? Domandaglielo su.
Can you tell me when all this stuff will get here?
The first truck arrives today.
Ci metteremo a lavorare di buona volontà.
The man promises us building materials, and food and clothes and things to farm with. The clothes will come soon. The building materials are already coming. The mayor says there is work for everyone. We must forget ourselves. We must all work together, for we have now a way to start. The first thing finished is a school, and somebody has sent us a truckload of school dust. Mannaggia.
Stumpunito.
E allora, G.
Oh, fammi, vieni, la sapete.
The clothes that UNRWA sent us, they are giving out in casino, a few kilometers away. Cassino looks even worse than Sant'Ambrogio, if that is possible.
Vi chiameremo uno alla volta. Avanti voi. Un altro.
Italo gets a new pair of shoes. Well, not really new, but big. He loves these shoes. I forget many things, but I remember the next morning, all of it. Italo comes by with his new shoes.
Ciao Italo, si visto le scarpe nuove? Ti piacciono?
Another truck from UNRWA comes by.
Ehi Gino!
Papà!
Vieni qua! Ove!
The truck is full of seed and fertilizer. My father is very pleased. We are beginning to work in the fields.
Monta su.
I go for a ride. It seems to be just a nice morning. The earth is hard. There are stones in the earth and steel. steal from the war.
After the death of my father, the years went by, one day after the other.
Mamma, ci metto pure San Giuseppe?
Sì, metticelo.
I'm a farmer, like my father now. But today I do nothing. Tomorrow I go into the army for my military service. After 11 years, the village has another look. There are fewer people than before, but we have a handsome monument to the rest. Sant'Ambrogio is reconstructed.
Irma, che è successo sopra? Si sente la voce. Si vede tutto potere di rombo là. Si sente la voce di mio figlio.
Don Mario is getting old, but he takes his walk every day, as usual.
Oh Clementina, come stai?
Long live the class of 1937. My class, we were born that year. We have our church once more. Very simple, but all in one piece.
Servito.
Uncle Rocco is an important man now. He's mayor of the village and a very busy personage. Long live the class of 1937, the class of iron. The mayor's house is as grand as it ever was. Italo was hurt in the mine explosion, but he is married now. He's a cobbler. He is still my best friend, and he is still in love with shoes. The war is really very far from us. Life is what it should be in a quiet, farming village. Our fields are rich. There is no danger in them anymore. No more iron. Even Monte Cassino is there in the sky again. Today my work is saying goodbye here.
Ciao, Pascal! No!
All right, I will send a postcard to Peppino.
Sento, sta a fare pedalo. Ciao, dopo! Ti sono venuto a salutare perché di mano me ne vai.
I tell Aunt Luigi and Aunt Giovanna that I come to say goodbye to them. But they are not fooled. They tease me. But finally, they tell me where is Angela.
Grazie.
Ui, Palmi, ti sono venuto a salutare perché di mano me ne vai.
Lo faccio.
To say goodbye is always difficult.
Ti dispiace, no?
Ma te ne vai per 18 mesi?
Sì, per 18 mesi. Posso venire che vado a licenza?
Sta assai lontano, Udi.
Se sta lontano.
Sta così lontano, Udi. Ci sono tante voglione e sei venuto a vedere a me.
Ma se non ti voleva bene, ti veniva a salutare.
18 months is a long time for Angela as well as me. Then this evening the usual farewell party for all of us fellows who are going to the army. Eating, drinking, trying to be gay.
Rosa, sono venuto positivamente per salutarti perché ho saputo che tu domani ci lasci. Vai a compiere il tuo dovere per la nostra patria.
There is always an old man at these parties who talks about the fatherland. And how big is the pleasure to go to the army, and how much he envies us. At the first light, Mama put the last touches to a basket of figs for me. Even Tina has got up so early to see me go.
Ciao.
Men build, men destroy. Surviving men build again. Sometimes there is no survival. We are in Ceylon. Centuries ago, great civilizations flourished here at Anuradhapura and Polonnaruwa. Each in turn was wiped out by invaders. Now only relics tell us of the arts, economy, sciences, philosophies and law that graced this land in those times. We are in Mexico. Here Mayans and Aztecs made order in the jungle and grew splendid. But the Mayans abandoned all they had created. Invaders blotted out the Aztecs. All the brilliance that had been shining in these parts for 1,000 years went out like a candle flame. The jungle and then the archaeologists took over. We are in Haiti, in the Caribbean. Here, 300 years of wild and bloody history ended in a fantastic citadel on a waterless mountain top. "300 years of oppressive splendor ended in a ravaged land and a burnt-out palace." Survival here meant that the proud, decent people who were left had to start again. They had to try in freedom to recover what had been lost in slavery and in flames. In the Haitian mountains, when the head of a family dies, he must be honored according to tradition. Honored at any cost.
La
sa serpenté, non avant un sauveur, béni soit que le bien de la pâtisserie.
The day after her father's funeral, the merchant came to collect what we owed. We gave him vegetables. We gave him our cow. He took my son's goat too, and he said it was a bad business. My young brother Benjamin, my brother Franchil, and I, Eloise the eldest, were cut down to nothing. Notary came then to divide the family land according to the old paper left by our father. All the land was poor, but one part was too poor to support even a man alone, not to say a family. So Franchil's family and my family took the less poor pieces, and Benjamin, with only himself, decided to find his way down in the city.
Grand Malé, si a fait bon, ou a toujours un petit sicou. L'on vient la ville, puis n'y pas, non?
Oui.
We went back to our land, working as all the fathers and grandfathers and all the neighbors used to work, as was the custom. And the land gave back a few things to eat, but never enough. But never enough.
Rochelle, Rochelle. Oh, bon nouvelle.
Then arrived a man we had seen 2 or 3 times before. He was from the government. He invited us all in this place to a meeting at the old fort on the hill. We were very few at the meeting, and surprised that the man from town had brought with him a stranger. What was he doing up here?
Not a very impressive turnout, but why should these people expect anything after all this time? I'd better not bring the family out from Brussels until this project shows real signs of succeeding.
Eh ben, commençons.
Well, why wait longer? Might as well begin.
Alors, oui, monsieur.
Yes, he is Laroche, the government agricultural engineer, and I'm Mouton, from the United Nations. And why should they believe that we can help them? Why should they give up a day a week to attend a school on farming when they've been farmers all their lives?
Le mercredi, par exemple, de 7 heures du matin à 3 heures de l'après-midi. Nous avons que tout le monde mette bien ça dans la tête pour attendre. Est-ce que tout le monde est d'accord? Est-ce qu'il y a l'argent là dans la colonne? Mais pas bien l'argent. C'est moi-même qui la payer. Est-ce qu'il y a l'argent là dans la colonne?
No, there's no money in it. Only learning. Learning to control the soil. If they all feel that way, we've lost at the outset. Well, time to begin. At the beginning.
Gade!
Non, vraiment, pas comme ça. Voilà, la main ici. Et... Une ligne bien droite comme ça. Et puis après, on met la semence, toujours même quantité. Et puis après ça, c'est pour courir bien. Comme ça.
Combien de doigts, s'il vous plaît? Merci. Merci.
Everything was given to the school except water. That had to be carried by women from miles away. And it had to be paid for. It was far too rare a thing to be given.
Ça voulez-vous ça pour, mon cher Loisy? On fait ça, non?
First 18 students, then 23, then 30. Faithfully coming every Wednesday to the garden school, learning to leap centuries of technique in a season, learning the ordering of the land, learning how rich it can be, learning scientific things, learning that snails must be killed, though where I come from, it's true, we eat them. But it rains here in its season, and simple metal roofs can catch the rain, and simple tanks can preserve it. And this is free. Good students. But how much of what we were teaching were they taking home with them? Well, we found out. Franchi and Eloisy and a couple of others asked me to visit their farms.
Bien content.
A potato crop, their first. Now, for the first time, they have more of something than they can eat. Enough to sell.
Combien d'argent vous voulez? Combien d'argent vous voulez pour pommes de terre, ça?
$5.
$5 a hundredweight? Well, I'll try to market them.
Bien content, oui, vous comprenez. Comment ça? Gravier? Mais vous m'êtes chargé, oui. Vous m'êtes chargé, hein? Vous m'êtes chargé, oui.
The merchant can't be very pleased. If these people grow prosperous, they won't have to stay always in debt to him anymore.
Pour moi?
Oui.
C'est pommes de terre. Bon, c'est pommes de terre.
Oui.
Mais je fais payer.
Oh non, non, il ne faut pas payer, monsieur Mouton, c'est faire un affront.
C'est vrai?
Oui, il ne faut pas payer.
Bon. Je suis content, mon cher. Merci parce que vous
Oui, merci beaucoup. Bon, merci,
Two bags full of potatoes as a gift for me, and 18 sacks for the market. A fortune and a grave trust.
Panamam tombé, Panamam tombé, ça qui derrière ma téléphone. Panamam tombé, mais Panamam tombé, ça qui derrière ma.
Oui, c'est entendu. Au revoir.
$7 a hundredweight, cash in hand.
Ay, village Jacmel. Ma poêle la vallée, on arrive en cal pour venir, mais pas n'a maman tombé.
Moun qui d'accord pour nommer Éloisy Achille, directeur gérant coopérative, levez main droite. Donc, messieurs, c'est Éloisy Achille. Alors, messieurs, avec nomination directeur gérant ça, vous gagnez à l'heure qu'il est en société coopérative. Vous finissez nommé conseil d'administration, président, c'est Paul Sils Paul, directeur gérant c'est Éloisy.
83 men then, and time to organize. Time to elect officers. Time to form a cooperative. Time to buy and sell together. Time to assert existence as a group.
Il gagnait 83 membres. Et l'IRELEL, Société coopérative agricole de Fermat.
C'est pas en signature,
non?
Augustin silencieux. Adam Pierre. Ben! Oh, ah bah où? Permission, boss, moi, je vais sortir. Allez.
Well, I didn't mind the city life, but still, I was so content to see again Éloisy's wife and Sarah. They had found me for Éloisy and Franchil, who wanted to speak with me. And Sarah had brought me a gift.
Oh! Oh, merci à la belle commission, votre bon moins. Oh, merci beaucoup, je suis bien content.
Bon grand monde ça a toujours fait bon café.
C'est facile, hein? Comment vous partez?
Ah, là, moi, on n'aime pas quitter le pays, on connaît from venir.
It was good to be home, and home was changed. My brothers were well-to-do. They offered me to buy my piece of land if I didn't want to stay and work it. Their land was rich. The stones were gone. How could I work my land? I was so far behind them. Then Franchil explained about the cooperative. It could help me to sell or stay. It was not an easy choice. I decided to stay and joined my brothers.
Monsieur Mouton, c'est frère, moi déjà, mais...
Ah bon?
Oui, c'est le premier jour de la coopérative.
I met Monsieur Mouton and saw the way the old fort was being made into a water catchment.
C'est ça.
Our Fermat was changed. But I had to learn.
Oh, Atidor, bonne nouvelle.
What was the matter with Altidore? He wouldn't even say hello. He didn't like us anymore, the cooperators. He was jealous of us. Many people turned their back on us and our new ways. But if our lands give us back more and more vegetables, our women and girls had to carry them through thin and rocky trails from miles to miles. We organized then a meeting at the old fort to talk about getting a good road so that we could hire a truck. A new man from town came up. He knew the business of road building. We were sure to have our comfortable road. The women and girls were the happiest.
Bonjour.
The engineer of road had just started working when the merchant, an antique operator, came to protest. He said one section of the road crossed a little bit over his property. He would not at all, but not at all, give up his will of stopping us.
Eh bien, mon cher, on va rester exploiter, on va exploiter à faire des routes. Mais c'est quand même pas toute la peine.
At that very night, we met at home and decided to be smarter than him and act so.
Après-midi, même bral côté nom nan, on a l'idée que route là.
Wazi had a good plan.
On son bonne idée.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Oui, pour
bon.
Bon.
And we happened to succeed by sending none of us to the shop of the merchant. We did not buy even a single piece of grain from him. He realized then that he should count on us and play our game.
Vini non mon cher, n'a font arrangement, nous toujours amis, nous pas gagner entre nous.
Comment ça va? Bien, merci.
Eh, monsieur, nous pas sauter, ton, poco, tout en mettre dehors. On nous pas sauter, tout en monter.
Mesdames, faites attention, nous passons à l'autre bord.
But then, the merchant was not finished. He went to talk with Petit Dor, who was one of those who did not like us and was jealous. We were badly surprised.
Vini, messieurs! Messieurs, vini, messieurs, vini! Nous pas qui doivent engager là, messieurs! Vini, messieurs!
La machine. Moi, Altido, depuis longtemps qu'on nous fait là, même faire l'orette, route la faire ou bien pas faire.
C'est moi l'état privé, je passe à l'état libre. Pourquoi c'est mon tour? Elle ne peut pas savoir.
Comment ça va la peine, Altido? On le fait.
Ah, vous tapez tout.
Messieurs, moi-même, pas capable de faire rien là-dedans, non?
We could not go on against the lands on our will. The engineer said the government wanted to help our cooperative, But it would take a long time. Monsieur Mouton proposed us to skip Petit Do's property in the meanwhile and continue the road on the other side. But that didn't please the women very much. All of us young cooperators marched down to Petit Do's one morning. We had waited a long time. We had waited too long.
Qu'est-ce que vous avez fait là? Qui vous dit là? Ah, mais c'est nous deux, n'a pas fait ça, nous nous marchons dans lui. Nous tous, n'a pas fait ça, nous nous mettons. C'est nous qui n'a pas fait ça, nous ne pas prendre de oh, mon Dieu, vous êtes pour nous ne propriétaires, nous oh, comment ça? C'est nous qui le faisons pour péter plus maintenant. C'est nous qui le faisons, mais c'est marrant, c'est nous. C'est nous, c'est comme dire que c'est propriétaire, pour moi, c'est pas nous, nous derrière, toujours de l'enracher, monsieur. Oh, c'est pas ça, c'est mais c'est marrant, si vous pétez nous, si vous pétez nous, monsieur.
We teased him. Maybe we teased him too much. He did not understand our new ways, but we wanted to make him pay the time we had lost and the bad work he had caused us. Finally, I gave him the certificate of buying from the government. It said, it is notified to Solidon Petit Do that his property at Fort Jacques has been bought by the government and that the counter value has been deposited at the notary.
There is the beginning of a community in Fermat now. What was lost in slavery and flames is being recovered here. But all around such little spots are places and people still embedded in the past. They refuse change or are denied it. In Fermat and a few similar places, the Haitian mountains are being tamed. But in Haiti and the world at large, nature, never completely tamed, lies ready to take advantage of any failure, as she always has. We are in a world where the useful land is yearly diminished by nature out of control. are in a world hungry for food, hungry for space, hungry for energy. Yet vast reaches of land and water lie waiting to be used. We are in the great mountain ranges of British Columbia in northwest Canada.
We came here looking for power. What interested us was that behind the wall of the Coast Range Mountains along the Pacific, there's a lot of water trapped, 2,000-3,000 feet above sea level. We found one system of lakes and streams that all drained eastward through one small river. We figured if we could plug that little gap, we'd have quite a reservoir. We felt like explorers almost, like pioneers. Other people had been there before us, of course. Well, we didn't mean to disturb them, but we did mean to disturb the land. It took about as much explosive to do the job as was shot off in any single day of the Second World War, and that's a lot of powder. We had to knock down a mountain, and we had to scoop up the results and pack it together into a dam. We finished the dam, shut the sluice gates, and the water rose. We were by way of having made ourselves a lake 150 miles long where there'd never been any such lake before. The map of this country looked different all at once. While we were getting all that water under control, we had to arrange to use it. So we drilled a tunnel 10 miles long and 20 feet in diameter through the mountain that blocked the west end of the lake. Mostly it was granite, a hard rock job. It took 18 months. Even 30 years ago, I guess we could have done as big things as we're doing here, but not so well, not so fast, not being so sure of ourselves. When we'd finished the tunnel, we drilled what's called a penstock, downwards about half a mile, 16 times the height of Niagara. Then at the bottom, a quarter of a mile inside the mountain, we dug out a cavern, 700 feet long, 100 wide, and 100 high. Big enough to house a good-sized cathedral or a whale of a big hydroelectric plant. While the turbines and generators were being installed, we had to tackle another problem. We had to get ready to carry the power out of the mountains to where we could use it. We ran 4-inch cables on specially designed towers for 50 miles over the mountains, one of them about a mile high, to a flat bayshore place called Kitimat. There on the shore, we built an aluminum smelter 1.5 miles long. Three years after we'd started, we were ready to go. The smelter and the power system were ready. Deep underground, the power plant was ready. Up in the mountains behind it all, The lake was ready. We had to have people to work up here, who'd make this their home, too. At first, we put people up as best we could.
Morning, Wilbur.
Say, you own a piece of land here, do you?
Yes, a whole half-acre swamp. What's up?
Well, nothing, but there's a meeting tomorrow night. Those who own land here are going to get together, and there are only about 10 of you.
Something wrong?
No, the company's starting to build the town. They don't want it to be a company town. They want the people that are going to live in it to run it themselves.
Yes, I heard about that, but what's the meeting about?
Well, you have to elect a council and a mayor, and the only people that are eligible to do this are landowners. It's the law.
It's the law, if you're going to have a free and independent town. We got the best people we could find to plan us the best modern town for this kind of country. Some country. We had to figure out where the planners meant the place to be put, then we had to make room for it. We'd barely started when people began to come from all over the world, looking for work and the good life they'd heard about. Mostly men alone at first.
So, did you know we had 374 Portuguese coming in this afternoon?
374?
Mm-hmm.
No, sir, I did not.
We hadn't heard about them, but you send them right along anyways. No, I tell you, send them right to the mess hall.
Hey, Charlie, put on 400 more orders of beef roast.
Pretty soon, though, the men began to save up money, and they sent out for their wives and kids. And the population got a good deal better looking, I'll say that. This wasn't the town, don't get the wrong idea. This was just a sort of shack camp we used while the town was being built.
Τι είναι εδώ μέσα?
Εδώ είναι η κουζίνα.
Και εκείνο?
Αυτή είναι η κουζίνα που μαγειρεύουνε.
Και πώς μαγειρεύουν?
Α, να σου δείξω εγώ, να δεις. Έτσι θα ανάβεις την κουζίνα και μόλις γίνει το φαΐ με το ρολόι, σβήνει μόνη της. Και το φαΐ είναι έτοιμο.
Δεν καταλαβαίνω τίποτα.
Έλα να σου δείξω κάτι άλλο που είναι ωραίο. Βάζεις τα ρούχα μέσα, πατάς το κουμπί και μετά από μισή ώρα είναι έτοιμο.
Τι ωραίο μεσί είναι αυτό. Τι ωραία ρούχα που πλένει αυτό.
Yeah, it wasn't bad while it lasted. 2 years after we started it, the town of Kitimat, British Columbia, Canada, population growing by the hour, was on the map. Sooner than you'd believe, the old pioneer days had passed. Pretty soon, the school boat from the Haisla Indian village over across the bay was arriving every morning. Pretty soon, you'd have sworn there'd always been a town here, growing slowly, a part of the region, part of its history. Wherever you turn in Kitimat, you get the connection between power and plenty. Power and plenty and people from 31 different countries obliged to get along together somehow in order to benefit by it all.
Hello, may I help you?
Yes. How much is this thing?
That is $2.75.
Jak pani mąż pracuje? Na zmianie czy na dzienną?
Dzienną siatkę robię.
Tak?
Tak.
Pani Stefo, jakie mydło jest najlepsze?
Say, could you tell me where the coffee is?
Over there.
Ja zawsze na przykład biorę...
People from 31 countries, that worried us. Because we knew there'd always been plenty of trouble before in situations like this. People have to control themselves. We planned everything we could, but we couldn't plan civic peace.
Manuel, throw me up a crescent wrench.
What? What is he? He wants the crescent wrench. Crescent. Oh, a shaft.
What's the delay? Oh, there you are. Thank you.
Oh, hi, Jack. Where are you going? Oh, I'm quit. I'm leaving. Can't speak a word of English to anybody. I'm just fed up.
Hey, when you get to where you're going, send me a card, eh?
For the most part, there seemed to be peace and quiet and friendliness, even though all of us were deep in the wilderness and we had 10 feet of rainfall a year. Everybody seemed to be trying to make a community out of this place, but still, everybody went on being himself. It was risky.
Well, now, I don't see what a community center would give us that we don't already have. Just look at the things that are going on in town this week. A basketball game at the high school, a dance at the YMCA, a lecture at the elementary school on the future of the atomic age, film society, 2 soccer games, fast and tea at the church. No one person could attend them all. I don't see why we should spend a lot of money for something we've already got.
Well, before we go any further, let's see how the public feels. After all, they're the ones that brought up the subject. Is there anyone in the public that would like to speak to this?
If you please, Mr. Reeve, if I have the right to speak, I am not a Canadian citizen yet, and I am not a voter in this town.
You will be soon, though, we hope. Anyway, you have the perfect right to speak.
Thank you. The councillor has just told us how many things are happening in this week, but all these things scattered all over the town. Real town should have one place where the people can go and respect. Take this lesson about atomic energy last night in a school. But school is good for children. It is not distinguished.
What's worse, the school is uncomfortable. The seats are hard to sit on, blackboards are on the wall. It's so cold. Sometimes we have a lecturer come and visit us. Well, afterwards we like to take him into the lounge and have coffee. And more people would come to our discussion groups that way.
It seems to me that if people are interested, they'll come anyway. But how many people are interested in hearing some scientist talk about the atom?
Community center is not just for a lecture. It's good for exhibitions, concerts.
That's all very well. But what we need is a covered swimming pool for our kids.
Yes, a swimming pool too in time. But right now we need a community.
Community center is not just a building. It should stand for something.
There's plenty of room already for athletics.
Personally, I think an arena would serve the most people.
We have no summer here.
Why not find
we
out
have to
what
make a
people
summer
want?
for our
Why not hold a
kids.
referendum?
We need a covered swimming pool.
One at a time,
That's
please. You
No,
can all
very
have
well.
a chance to speak,
What we need is
but
a covered
one at a
swimming pool.
time.
When you get right down to it, the one thing that goes on in this town that attracts everybody are these soccer league games.
Order, please.
The game is over.
People losing control like this could wreck all we'd made here. Soccer games, international squabbles, missing persons, the weather, and atomic energy, and the town thinks and talks.
The people in Kitimat generally get along very well together.
They all want a paycheck and a decent living, and if they fight, they won't get it.
It's the foreign element, you know, that causes trouble like this. Some of the immigrants.
But aren't we all immigrants here in this country? Except Mr. Robinson here and his people.
Oh, I wasn't speaking of the Indians, of course. You know what I mean.
Listen, all they have to do is change the names of the teams so they don't sound like different countries, and that'll solve your whole problem.
Say, they're going to have to stop this fighting on the soccer field. Hell, it's getting to be that every game's a little war.
Take a load of this. This scientist says with atomic power, we can get rich and live better than we ever have. All of us.
Ah, that's just pie in the sky. The way things are, we're a hell of a lot more likely to be blown up in smoke.
It's so crazy business.
Yeah, the whole world is crazy.
Maybe. The world is small, certainly. More and more of it seems to be beyond what man can see or even imagine. We are forced to think in new terms. New responsibilities and new risks lie beyond the stars. We are forced to think in new terms. New responsibilities and new risks lie inside the smallest particle of matter.
The nuclear weapon is, in terms of destructive power, the cheapest thing the world has ever seen. Cheaper than conventional weapons by a factor of hundreds, if not thousands.
It is estimated that a 20 megaton bomb releases energy which is of the same order as that of a large earthquake.
It is apparent that the blast of a 1 megaton explosion is enough to destroy the very largest of modern cities. Its radiological effect is enough to devastate an area as large as some countries.
By the sheer logic of the situation, it is clear that megaton bombs in cities cannot coexist for very long, as this laboratory demonstration makes obvious.
A single 10 megaton thermonuclear explosion is roughly equal to twice the power released by all explosives detonated in all of World War II by all belligerents.
Is this the dawn or the middle of the night? Is this the beginning of something new or the end of everything? It is the middle of the night. We are watching the release in 1 instant of twice the energy released by all the explosives detonated by all the belligerents during all of World War II. We are in the village of Kjella, not far from Oslo, Norway.
Unnskyld, jeg vil gjerne snakke med sjefen, hvis det var mulig.
Da skal vi snakke med direktør Vann, hvis det finnes sekretær.
Jeg er sikker på at det er noen der. Ja, vel. Og unnskyld meg, jeg vil gjerne snakke med direktør Anders, hvis det var mulig.
I'm sorry, I do not understand.
Oh.
You speak English?
Well, I can try.
I'm afraid it's the only language we all speak here.
Well, I see. You see, I have a complaint. I would like to speak with a man
It is Dr. Anders.
Mitt navn er Larsen. Jeg har en klage.
Yes, what can I do for you?
Oh, excuse me. I have to speak English. A red smoke here are killing my bees. Look here.
Oh, that red smoke, that's only some stuff we put in to test our ventilation channels.
You think so?
It's not dangerous.
Well, when a red smoke come over my garden, my bees were dying. And I know this place is very dangerous.
So you think the radioactivity from this place killed your bees, do you?
Yes.
Well, let's try to find out.
Yeah.
Please, go ahead.
Thanks.
You have probably heard about Geiger counters for measuring radioactivity.
Mm.
This is a particularly sensitive one. Mr. Ellis, could we use your instrument for a moment?
Oh, certainly.
Now, you know, if your bees really died from radioactivity, they should be radioactive now. Now, let me have your bees, and we will try it. Thank you. You see, the instrument shows nothing. So there is no radioactivity.
Maybe it doesn't work.
Well, I'll show you. Let me see your wristwatch. You see, it works even on the very slight activity of your watch dial. And the bees showed nothing. So, whatever killed your bees, it certainly was not radioactivity.
But you're working with dangerous things. Many people wished you had never built this place here.
Well, we certainly don't want people to feel that way. Why don't you go and see for yourself what we are doing in this establishment? Mr. Alice, wouldn't you please show Mr. Larsen around? And show him everything.
With pleasure.
Well, goodbye, Mr. Larsen.
Bye.
And don't hesitate to ask any questions you like. Everything here is open.
Thank you.
Bye.
Shall we go? Yep.
This is it. This is the place where the smoke comes from. It shows us how good our ventilation is.
Aha. Ja, förstår. Secret things in there.
Oh, no, no secrets at all. We just keep some radioactive material in here and we have to be careful. We can go in if you like to.
Yes.
But don't touch anything. Today, they are not handling anything dangerous. Now, this is the place where we process isotopes.
Well, I have heard of them. That's what you use to treat cancer with nowadays, isn't it?
Yes, correct. But we do a lot more things with them.
What is an isotope?
Well, take for instance this here.
Yeah.
It's a piece of cobalt.
Yeah.
Just a lump of metal. You can hold it in your hand now, but after we put it inside the reactor, it becomes a radioactive isotope of cobalt. It looked just the same, but we won't be able to get near it without protection. But we'll be able to work with it. For instance, they expose seeds and plants to various doses of radioactivity from such isotopes and change the way they grow. Most come to nothing, but eventually some of these irradiated things will give us better and larger food crops. Now, this is what really counts, the reactor. It took about 5 years to build it, and it's pretty old, you know, Mr. Robert. Should be. I have a
I've been wondering what could have brought you here to Norway, to such a small country.
Oh, a scientist goes wherever he can learn. And here everything is free and open, so we can learn fast.
India needs atomic energy?
By all means.
We have many natural resources and much fuel, but often it is in the wrong places. We need the atom to develop what we have and to industrialize ourselves. And we are all here for the same reasons, one way or the other. There is a man from Denmark. That man is from England. There is a man from Switzerland. They have been sent here because their countries expect to have fuel and power problems. Mr. Okamoto's country has to begin using atomic power quickly, before her other sources run out. Mr. Živadinović is here because Yugoslavia, like most nations, needs trained nuclear physicists. Mr. Rallis can tell you, Italy is a classic example. She'll be relying more and more on atomic power in the next few years. And so will Holland. Isn't that right, Mr. Goodcorp?
Oh yes, nuclear energy will be more and more important for us soon.
So you see, that's why it's so important for us to be able to work as freely as possible with this reactor.
But where is the reactor?
Oh, that's it, right here.
That big block of cement? When are you going to turn it on?
Oh, it is on.
How can you tell? It doesn't even make any noise.
Oh, it's working. You can't see anything, but I'll show you. See, this shows what it looks like when you cut it in half. Here you see the concrete shield which stops the radiation from getting through and makes it safe. Inside the concrete we have graphite, and inside the graphite is an aluminium tank. Now, in this aluminium tank we have a liquid which we call heavy water. It's a very rare and expensive liquid, but it makes possible the fission in these uranium rods which you see hanging in the water. You know, that is how this place came to be. You in Norway built a reactor and had the heavy water, and we in Holland happened to have the uranium, so the two countries got together to do what either of them could not do alone. And that's how this place started out being international, and we have kept it that way, so that the whole world may come here and see how the reactor works.
Why Norway? We have all the power we can use. Why do we spend money on something we may never need?
Yeah, perhaps one of your countrymen could best answer that question. Why don't you ask the man who designed this reactor together with Dr. Anders and who built quite a lot of it with his own hands? Most of us are just scientists, but he has been many things besides. A pioneer aviator, an Arctic explorer, in fact an explorer in many fields. I guess you could say he's a true Viking. His name is Dahl.
Please sit down, Mr. Larsen.
Thank you.
Look here. Documents like this, they are coming in every week, all written by experts. And the experts, you know, they don't like to agree. But they all agree that in about 30 years we will all be in trouble. By the time you are a nice old man with grandchildren, there will be an awful lot more people in the world. And they would like to live at least as well as we live now. But then there will be less of coal and less of oil. And we will have no more unused water power to support their lives. We will have less, but we will want more.
Even in Norway?
In Norway, perhaps even sooner. Perhaps sometime the scientists will find new ways to supply us. You have heard of fusion? But right now, all we have to depend on to help us is this, uranium. You can touch it, handle it.
Oh, it's heavy. But in your reactor here, it doesn't make anything. It can't light up any lights.
Only in our brains, I hope. I will tell you, we will miss the boat altogether unless we teach ourselves as much as we can about atoms, so that in due time they will work for us. And just imagine what they can do. In medicine, radioactive isotopes are a medical instrument in general use in many parts of the world. A handful of uranium holds power equivalent to thousands of tons of coal. Power from the atom is in use, making electricity in many countries. In England, in Scotland, in Siberia, in the United States, in France, atomic power will run ships like the United States Savannah. The same power is running the Soviet icebreaker Lenin. In small power plants, the atom can make electricity in remote areas. These package reactors can make the power to bring fresh water to desert areas and spread the water over the wastelands. All this and much more these little sticks can do.
Well, if the experts are right and we are going to run short of everything else, it's good to know that we have this to fall back on, that we don't need to worry anymore.
Our grandchildren may be able to say that, but we can't. Strangely, thanks to the war and the pressure since the war, we have come a long way. But another war won't push us further faster. It probably will stop us altogether. Even if we don't take time out to fight each other, the best we can hope for is to maintain our present way of life. You see, we have to run like hell just in order to stay in one place.
Well, if that's the case, why are you people wasting time making bombs?
No, we don't make bombs. No, you have seen all there is to see.
What about your reactor? That's a kind of a bomb, isn't it?
No. A reactor is not a weapon. It's a tool. It serves us.
But it's an awful tool. It's so dangerous.
Electricity and automobiles can also be dangerous. You have your bees. Bees can be dangerous too. Bees have killed people. But we have learned to live with all that. That's nothing new. But now we have something new. Not only must we prevent a war, but we must learn to survive in peace.
How can we hope to? We are all human after all. We all like to destroy at least as much as we like to build.
We can control things pretty well already. but we must control ourselves. Control!
You expect too much from human nature.
Maybe. It's a human dilemma. And today, only the dead can afford not to care.
Men build, men destroy. Surviving men build again. Sometimes there is no survival. What a piece of work is man. How noble in reason, how infinite in faculty, in form and moving, how express and admirable. In action, how like an angel. In apprehension, how like a god. What a piece of work is man.